We're outside right now. We've come to the Mission District of San Francisco so we can get to know this city and this region a little bit better as we start our broadcast from here. And I'm here with Rachel Brahinsky, who is the Director of Graduate Programs in Urban and Public Affairs at the University of San Francisco. Rachel, let me first ask why you have brought us here to the Mission.
I wanted to start in the Mission because in many ways what's happening in the Mission right now is emblematic of the larger changes that are happening in the Bay region. So one of the things that people talk about a lot right now is the way that the tech boom, like other booms before, is pushing out people who've been living in San Francisco's neighborhoods. And the Mission District, since the 1960s especially, has been dominated by Latino culture. Before that, it was dominated by Irish culture. And there are people often in the debate right now about gentrification and displacement in the Mission will say, oh, well, the Irish were here before, and this is how it goes, cities change. But there is a qualitative difference between what happened when Irish and other white Euro ethnics left the city, pulled to the suburbs by federal loans, and they were replaced by Latinos and by working class communities of color. And now over the last 20 years, really, we're in one boom now, but the first .com boom initiated the displacement in the Mission. The shift has been happening again in a different direction.
One group left because they wanted to leave. One group is leaving because they're being forced to leave.
Sure, that's really what's happening. And it's not just one group now. Working class communities of color in the Mission have been leaving now for quite a while, but also artists and also creative types, the kind of bohemian culture that you may associate with San Francisco. A lot of those people have been living in the Mission District and places like it, and they're getting pushed out too. So there's a kind of total transformation happening. So looking at Mi Tierra Market, the thing about this place is that not only is it sustaining the livelihood of the people who run it, but it's also sustaining immigrant communities who still do live around here. And there are many, many people who cannot afford Whole Foods Market. So they go to Mi Tierra and they get those avocados at that really good deal. The way that these small businesses sustain the local community is, I think, a key thing to look at.
Just a couple miles away, you'll find a very different part of San Francisco, but one that is also developing rapidly, a neighborhood called Soma. Except instead of discount stores and sandwich shops lining the streets, there are high-rise office buildings, the headquarters of Zynga and Open Table and financial firms. You know,
this part of town is... It's growing in terms of the volume of Soma that's now devoted to tech office space. The offices of Square and Twitter and many of the other big tech companies that people know about are not far from here. And the big investors also who are making real estate decisions that are affecting all of us are also based down here.
So here we are in the center of evil.
You said that, not me.
One of the places many San Franciscans have decided to move to in recent years is Oakland, right across the Bay Bridge, a trip that can take 20 minutes or closer to an hour in traffic. It's cheaper and more ethnically diverse than San Francisco, and the downtown area still has a smaller town feel.
So right now we're near the intersections of 19th and Broadway. We are about half a block away from the old Sears building, which was originally Capwell's and is now going to be Uber.
And is there the same opposition to that kind of change in Oakland as there is in San Francisco?
It's a little different. Oakland is much more desperate for investment. Like San Francisco, the mayor of Oakland has been very welcoming to new tech investment. But also, like San Francisco, there's been dissent as well. There are a lot of people who are concerned about the impact of, thousands of new tech workers on a downtown that has been struggling for so long.
Who wouldn't want a massive influx of smart young workers and multi-billion-dollar tech companies? But our guide today, Rachel Brahinsky, says be careful what you wish for. Part of the magic of this place is its ethnic and economic diversity, its attitude, its culture, things all the money in Silicon Valley can't buy.